Okay, next they're shooting an e-com shoot in the back.
Yeah! Fucking e-com.
E-com is obviously all the imagery for our online store. When you go to youngandreckless.com and see all the product on models, that's, you know, they sit back there and shoot over and over and over, making sure they get everything perfect.
Eat a lot of peanut butter at night?
I eat a ton of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Making sure the product looks right.
Like this. You know what I'm saying?
He thought I was lighter than that.
So we're gonna go talk to Michael.
I need to stop eating peanut butter. You see this thing?
And ask him a couple questions about shooting e-com. Michael? Hey, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions for, sorry.
You want to read
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions for my vlog?
Of course.
I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, then break the law. I take what's mine, then take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours.
I bring down the white backdrop. I set up the V-flat. And then I position the light. And then I get all the camera shit ready. And then we take photos. That's it. It's fucking magic.
I typically am the person who steams all the clothing, puts all the outfits together, helps Michael with anything he needs.
Remy styles the shoots. I oversee all of it. That's how we get it done. It takes a village.
Can you pull them down a little bit, yes?
Hey, Christina. Just wondering if I could ask you a couple questions.
Nope.
Christina, when did you decide that maybe you wanted to be in the clothing industry? High school?
Come on, seriously?
Just talk to me.
No, he's right there.
I don't know what this is. What? This is just Tyler.
He's not invisible. I can see him.
No, he's Tyler. He's just sitting there. Here's my question. When did you first decide that you wanted to be in the clothing business?
I was in college.
Not till college.
Correct.
And why clothing?
My best friend at the time was bored and she wanted to do something creative. I'd always worked retail. I was going to UCLA for sociology. Didn't really know what I was going to do.
Okay.
And it started off as literally a project of us bedazzling denim.
Wow.
And
so that's where your taste comes from. Okay. Did it work? Did you end up making denim?
So she thought we could sell the jeans that we were making, but we were buying existing brands.
Got it.
And then embellishing them. I came up with this bright idea. Well, we're going to turn this into something and make a real great profit.
Yeah.
We should make our own jeans. But we didn't know what we were doing.
So you tried to do that?
That's how it started.
And you actually like had jeans made like in China?
They were made locally.
Okay.
It was extremely hard. It took maybe 2 years, and our first batch came out horribly. But you know, it was a...
And did you make any money?
Not in the beginning. No.
Okay. So then one thing that I know about you is you started your own line.
Right, so that's how it started.
Wow. And so you just went from that to more and more and more. Obviously you left the bedazzles at home.
Right, so the jeans we ended up selling had no rhinestones, no bedazzled anything.
Yep.
We kind of walked away from that, thank goodness. And we kind of realized early on that we didn't want to just do denim. So we started to do other categories, and you know, it was like t-shirts and dresses here and there. But it turned into a brand. We got into a showroom. We had PR. It was the whole thing.
What was the hardest part?
Learning the trade, because I didn't go to school for it. Neither did she.
Now this is the thing that's so interesting about you is you have made it very far, and you do a great job here at Young and Reckless, and you're responsible for all of our women's clothing that we've pretty much ever made, right? Before you it was graphic tees.
Right.
You know, I think probably a lot of the viewers also don't have formal educations in this sort of thing and still want to start lines and still want to try to get creative and learn how to do this. How were you able to make it work without having all of that formal education?
Initially, I would take these meetings with manufacturers who took advantage of us. They knew we didn't know anything, but I would jot things down like caballo and put a question mark because I had no idea what they were talking about. Then I would either go online and try to figure out what it meant, or I would ask friends that were in the industry and say, what does this term mean and that? And I started to pick things up. What's nice about having your own company and actually having funding for it
Yeah.
is you hire technical designers and you hire people to help you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I always say that people who go to art school or, you know, FITM, for example, what they don't learn in school is what you learn by doing it.
True.
And this industry is really difficult.
Yep.
It's not glamorous, and I feel like most of people who go to school think that it's just going to be great. You're going to make clothes. It's going to be
You're
fun.
gonna be like-
And that's not the case at all.
Got it. Do you think school is, would you tell a young person that school is a must?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
I think I would.
Okay. But then the lesson to take from it is you still have to really learn how to be resourceful and how to do all the things they don't teach you in school?
Correct. I think the biggest thing of doing it yourself and just learning as you go is you do everything.
Yeah.
Like, I've been able to manage every aspect of having a business, from design to development to production to handling the financial end of things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people come out of school and they're like, well, I learned graphic design, that's all I do.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what do you mean you can't go grab samples? You can't, you know what I mean? They won't go above and beyond what their responsibilities and tasks are.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this. Final question, and I'll let you live your life. What's been the one thing that's really worked really well for young and reckless girls?
Activewear.
Did you
please.
expect that?
I felt like that would be the one category that we could introduce and it would make sense for reckless girls.
And it did.
It did.
What was one thing that we tried to introduce that didn't work at all?
Fast fashion.
And what's that look like for the, if you don't know?
I mean, it was our attempt to be Forever 21. It was simple mini skirts, basic dresses, no branding.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. How are you going to go up against Forever 21?
Yeah. We learned.
We learned.
You're not, so lesson learned. Christina, thank you.
Woo! You guys, that was so...
Sorry. This is what happens when you work for a blogger.